This is the newsroom.
Good evening and welcome to this special newscast for Tuesday, April 29, 2025. We're broadcasting to you on E1, SKARTV, NTN, and TARZEE TV in Bartica. Now, this evening's newscast will focus on the tragedy of 11-year-old Adriana Younge and the chaos that unfolded countrywide on Monday. Getting straight into it, after a night of fiery protests, robberies, looting, and other disturbances, roadways were cleared early Tuesday morning. The roadways you see here were filled with burning debris for much of Monday night and during the wee hours of Tuesday. Now, throughout Tuesday, several schools, businesses, and entities were closed. But by Tuesday afternoon, police headquarters said the situation across the country had returned to some sense of normalcy. In a release from the Office of the Police Commissioner, it was noted that during services acted in all 10 administrative regions and they were able to bring some stability. They said also over the past 24 hours that over 100 individuals were arrested in connection with various offenses, including armed robberies. Additionally, 37 motorcycles believed to have been used in various criminal activities were seized, and charges police said are expected to be laid soon. Now, the chaos that unfolded came after the results of a post-mortem examination conducted on the body of 11-year-old Adriana Younge were made public. Many protested because they were unsatisfied with the cause of death given. That cause of death was drowning. So they took to the streets in protest. However, as the hours passed, it became clear that some persons resorted to violent criminal actions. Now, on Tuesday morning, after the chaos that unfolded the night before, Sir Brian Young, the father of 11-year-old Adriana, called on persons to remain peaceful. In what he said were words straight from his heart. Mr. Young noted that his daughter was not a violent person and did not like violence, and as such, he called on persons to remain peaceful even as they protested.
To the people out there and everyone watching, I tell you, say it was one of the hardest part, and they just sit at the hospital with that results. So they just left noted that they come over to me, yes. That is one year. That had black water in your lungs. And I had to send it out to some way to get tested, and I don't know when it is coming back. When is it coming back? I hear anything else there, but I could lose my mind like that, to be honest, but that thing I want to do now. To say from my heart. Everybody who out there who said I love Adriana and want to be the face Adriana. Adriana won't like violence. I tell you the truth from my heart. I mean, Adriana don't like violence. Adriana is not a violence girl. So if you please love me, that you stop the violence. You protest in a normal way, please.
Now, Mr. Young wasn't the only one calling for peace. Guyana's president, Dr. Irfan Ali, at a press conference on Monday night at State House, his official residence in Georgia, urged people to exercise restraint and display a greater sense of empathy. He said while his government respected people's right to protest, he said violent criminal actions could simply not be condoned.
Unfortunately, selfishly, on situations like these, hijacking what should be a peaceful process. So I want to say that there's a lot of images already captured of persons who are creating destruction, private property, and those persons will be prosecuted. I close by appealing once again to all Guyanese to do what is right. To those who are doing what is wrong, unlawfully, to stop. To stop. You will be prosecuted. Stop now. May God blessings be with all of us as a people and as a country. As you know, I have a lot of national duties to attend to at the moment. So I'll open the floor for a few questions. And I want to thank the media, especially the responsible media. I want to thank the media, especially those who are responsible, for understanding the moment and being there, doing what is right when your country needed you to do what is right.
Preceding the protests and unlawful actions was the disclosure of Adriana's cause of death. The three internationally accredited forensic pathologists concluded that the 11-year-old girl died as a result of drowning, and they ruled out sexual assault and drowning by force. President Autopsy on Monday night.
Upon completing the procedure, the forensic pathologists ruled out signs of physical and sexual trauma on Ms. Younge's body. After careful deliberation, the team concluded that Ms. Younge died as a result of drowning. Ms. Younge's relatives were briefed following the examination and informed of the medical cause of death. Due to the state of the decomposition of Ms. Younge's body, the pathologists were unable to provide an exact time of death. The relatives were also informed that the pathologists ruled out theories of forcible drowning or any other means of killing, followed by disposal of the body in water. So that was what was communicated. Of course, as you know, the toxicology tests that would have to also be completed. So that is a brief synopsis of what was of information that is available with me. The pathologists would conclude their report and sign their full report, and that, of course, within the limits of the law, will be made available to the family, and also, I'm sure, for public examination at any time.
Based on the findings, they determined that she died by drowning. I witnessed the post-mortem examination. Another doctor, Dr. Caleb McLaughlin, who is also the family doctor for the deceased witnesses, and one Karen Pereira, the family nurse, also witnessed the post-mortem. We had the police officers there, and also the persons from our local morgue in the room. Based on the determination and based upon the findings of the pathologists, there were no broken bones. They could not have determined whether or not there were any injuries to her body.
Or is there a reason for the discoloration on her skin?
That, based upon my understanding and what was explained to the family, these are not my words. They are consistent with water damage.
I'm asking about whether there were any.
No. All of that was done, and no finding of such. All of that.
Will the pathologist be issuing an official report?
I believe that to complete the duty, I suspect that is the only conclusion. You know, the pathologists, they were prepared to meet with the media, to talk, and so forth. But unfortunately, what transpired this afternoon, anybody in such circumstances can't act.
Could you say if all three of the pathologists conducted the examination?
Yes, they work in tandem. I must say that. They work in tandem, they carry out, everything was videoed by the police, everything was done as I appear from my untrained eyes, they did a thorough examination.
And we tell you now about the powerful and emotional call for change that was made in the National Assembly on Monday, as opposition parliamentarian German Figure urged the House to adopt a national child emergency alert system, one he once named Adriana Alert, in memory of the 11-year-old girl. However, the move comes as the Guyana police force at the weekend announced that it was rolling out new standard operating procedures, or SOPs for short, for missing person cases.
Adriana Younge's death shocked the nation, and for opposition parliamentarian German Figuera, it was personal. Choking back tears, he described the heartbreak of watching Adriana's father pull her lifeless body from a pool, calling it a moment that must never be repeated. The parliamentarian is proposing that Guyana establish an alert system similar to the Amber Alert used in the United States and other countries. He says it is not meant to compete with the Guyana police force, but to support and strengthen their work, especially in cases where time is critical.
Such a system would significantly enhance child protection mechanism, foster public vigilance, and deter potential predators.
Here's what he's asking for: immediate consultations with the police, telecom providers, child rights group, and others to design the system. Legislation to be drafted and brought to Parliament within the next 6 months. The system to be officially named after Adriana Younge to honor her life. And yearly reports to Parliament on how the system is working. Figuera stressed that with Guyana's rapid growth and modernization, the country needs updated public safety tools to match, and that protecting children must be a top priority.
The tragic abduction and murder of 11-year-old Adriana Younge has profoundly shaken the consciousness of this country. And again, I say it transcended ethnic, religious, and social divide. This grievous loss demands not only solemn remembrance, but decisive action for justice.
Now, the government did respond. Prime Minister Brigadier retired Mark Phillips told Parliament that the Guyana Police Force has already updated its procedures for handling missing persons. The Prime Minister also mentioned stronger coordination with agencies like the Child Care and Protection Agency and better public communication. He added that these new procedures will be gazetted tomorrow.
So let's focus on the new SOP. What does it really say? Firstly, in a decisive move, the Guyana provisions include that reports involving missing children will trigger an immediate red alert, prompting a coordinated national alert. Additionally, children, elderly persons, and individuals deemed vulnerable will be automatically categorized as high risk, resulting in rapid deployment of additional resources. The Guyana Police Force will work in close collaboration with the Child Care and Protection Agency, Immigration Department, healthcare providers, shelters, and other key partners to deliver a holistic and effective response. The Corporate Communications Unit of the Guyana Police Force will also release timely and accurate information to the public regarding missing persons once cleared by the Commissioner's Office. Divisional commanders and other high-ranking officials will be tasked with daily oversight and continuous updates on active cases until each is resolved. The Commissioner of Police will also ensure that heads of all related security and emergency services, including defense, fire, and prisons, are immediately notified in incidents involving children or other high-risk individuals. Officers who fail to follow the SOP without valid justification will face administrative review and possible disciplinary action under the Police Discipline Act. Now, the SOP is being rolled out, and many commentators note that this is long overdue. Now, as the nation awaits answers into the tragedy involving Adriana, it is hoped that these steps will prevent any recurrences. And with that, we've come to the end of this evening's newscast. Of course, you can find these and other stories at our website, newsroom.gy, and across all our social media pages, Newsroom Guyana. On behalf of the news and technical teams, I'm Prashani Raghavar. Thank you for joining us.